What's up, everybody? It's Coach Trevor here. So in this video, we're gonna go over a box Piriformis stretch. And this is something I like to use with people that are brand new, or if their hips are super tight, or if they have a hard time getting their knees out at the bottom of a squat, or if they lack external rotation in those positions. So what we're gonna do is, first, this is also an assessment right away. So I'm gonna start with their foot on top of the box. If they can't even get their foot on the box, I'll show a variation on the floor later. But for right now, if we can, foot on the box. And if they can get their knee to the box, fantastic. So you have to keep in mind, if they feel it in the knee joint at all, it's not good. This is designed for the hip, the glute area, right? Open up the hips so they can squat better. We're just getting better positions in general. So if they can't get their knee to the box, we're gonna have to elevate it. So the objective is to always feel it in the hips and never in the knee. So if they lack external rotation, which means this, right? They can't get their knee to the box, they lack external rotation. So it means their knees aren't driving out as much as they could on their squat. So they're gonna be here like this. And eventually over time, boom, to get rid of it, boom, lower it down, making sure that they feel it in the glute. If someone's super tight, they're gonna be in this position here, right, where their torso is upright. The goal is to walk the rear foot back, boom, and then very slowly bring the torso down, all right? Back stays nice and straight on this, drawn in the belly button, and then eventually over time, they're gonna get lower and lower. The shoulder gets closer to the box, right? Or they're face to foot on this, okay? And the goal is when you're doing these, you wanna hold this for 90 seconds on both sides, okay? 90 seconds both sides. If you're in a lot of trouble, you're super tight, probably 2 to 3 sets on both sides, so it's actually quite a bit of stretching. The side profile looks like this. So it's important that when we're doing these guys, foot's on the box, knees on the box right here like this. So I'm not all the way on the box like this, otherwise the box is blocking my hip. I want to be able to sink down into this. So I walk this foot back, almost like in a modified like pigeon stretch. So draw on the belly button, boom, my back stays straight, okay? Anyone can just round their spine, but okay, I'm all the way down here. But I'm moving from my back, I want to move from my hips. So on this, I'm going to slowly sink down, doing my best to almost stick out my tailbone a little bit, right? So I'm getting extra stretch in the booty. Oof. And just hold this position. So when you're holding the position as well, focus on breathing, right? So like inhale, big breath, hold it for a little bit, exhale. Try to sink in a little bit deeper on these if we can. All right, you're gonna feel it in the glute right here. If there's any sharp pain or extra pain afterwards or anything like that, definitely take them off of it. This is a great tool to use for people that if they have if their back is bugging or something like that. I'll show the floor variation, but this is another variation to help loosen up their hips, because sometimes there's just tension in their hips, it starts pulling on their back, or they're moving from their back too much because their hips are tight. So if we mobilize their hips, they won't have issues on their lower back when they're doing movements, if it's squats, lunges, deadlifts, swings, whatever it may be. And of course, first get them out of pain, make sure we're in a good position in that format, and then once they're out of pain, just slowly progress to the exercises that they need. So say someone's super tight, or sometimes if they're an elderly client, this is what you have to do instead. So you have to put them on the ground, boom, lay flat on the ground. One leg is gonna be bent, the other leg's gonna be straight. So the goal is again to stretch the hip, not the knee. So they're gonna take the knee, hug it to their chest, and bring the knee towards their center line, their sternum. So here, and this opposite hand is gonna come to the heel. They're gonna hug it to the chest. Same thing, 90 seconds both sides, or 60 seconds. If they have lower back issues or something like that, or their back feels tight, I would just make it to where they feel in their hip. If they feel in their back a little bit, that's okay, as long as it goes away. If it gets worse, they need to stop and they need to do something different, all right? So main thing, symptoms never get worse. It should always get better. There shouldn't be any pain after we do this. Also, one more thing is sensation-wise, when we're looking for how intense the stretch should be, anywhere between a 6 and a 7 is good. 8 and 9 is just too much for people, right? Let's start off slow and build ourselves back up from there.